you ready?
My coach, Barbara H. Smith. Why did I hire her? Because she's the best.
Barbara H. Smith is a powerhouse. She just walks in the room and grabs your attention, and she does that in a way that just makes you feel loved and like she's paying attention to you. She cares about you, and she wants to see you be your best self.
She was able to dig inside and find the passion that was deep within me.
Barbara's energy is one of the reasons that I had to have her as my coach. I love the way she is real with people.
The reason I felt like I needed a coach was because I have some big goals and I needed to build my confidence. I knew that Barbara could help me do that.
I felt that I could trust her.
I would definitely recommend to get coaching from Barbara H. Smith if you feel like you need to level up your confidence. She would just help you feel like bold, like you can take on the world.
She has really shown me who I am. She has changed my mindset to a place that I know that I am more powerful today than I would have ever been if I had never met Barbara Smith.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. Again. It is Thursday, the second to the last day of the month. Can you believe September is out of here? I am so disappointed because my birth month is gone, but I'm glad you're here. And I am so super excited for our show today. Once again, we've got a phenomenal lineup. But first, let me bring to the platform the child behind all of the greatness that goes on the Empowering You show. She ain't no child. She's a grown woman. Beautiful, bold, sensational. Shani Smith.
Oh, wait. Thank you. But I'll go with child. That means I'm younger. We'll say I'm God's child, so that we'll put that in. That's going to take me.
Let's put that in there.
Far above 25 years. I'm just saying. Thank you for being here. Thank you all out there for watching. Can I just say that I'm in one of those seasons right now that nothing can disappoint me?
Baby.
Because I'm just expecting so much good to happen. And even if there is a little curve, I'm really clear that that's just not for me. I don't know if it's just because of what's going on or I know this retreat is coming up and I'm just going to be so full. I don't know. But I'm in this season that everything is working for my good, no matter what. So I'm just excited to be here.
I'm glad you're here, and you have every reason to be excited. We got some great things coming up. I know that you are doing marvelous things. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a few minutes. But first, I want to introduce you to our first guest, Sasha Walton. She's noted as the entrepreneurial queen, also the business GOAT, greatest of all time. She has graced physical and virtual stages everywhere as a featured workshop facilitator and panel speaker. She provides a fresh take on entrepreneurialism by supporting and empowering all entrepreneurs through a holistic approach to business. This multifaceted woman of Inspiration Award winner, not only a speaker, but is a business strategist, podcaster, and event producer. She embraced her many challenges, primarily from the 2020 pandemic, but that led her to inspire the industry with a message of perseverance. Her business, your business, is wrapped up within you, and understanding that becomes her blueprint and your blueprint for success. As a streaming live podcaster show, according to Sasha, a platform where other professionals can market their business products and services and create their creative expression through a broader target audience, Sasha is streaming live on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Audible, Buzzsprout, and Pandora. Her live stream videos are also found on StreamYard, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. But her love of music is what I want to talk about today again. Her passion to see every entrepreneur succeed and win has created the desire to extend that same artistry and methods through entrepreneurs and manage themselves better. The average artist misses out on not understanding their worth as a business owner. That's a quote from Beyond the Music. But Sasha's professionalism, her buoyant attitude, her character, and unique sense of business adds value to so many entrepreneurs and business owners that she's coached. She's what we call an amplifier of superpower. Help me bring to the platform the lovely, spectacular Sasha Walton.
Be confident in your ideas. In the ideas that you really have, go for it.
Now, the first thing you said, okay, listen, if y'all don't understand, she's giving you the blueprint on how to be a business. Like, what did Jay-Z say? I'm a businessman. This helps you to get to that point, because a lot of times we forget that part. And I think I need for you all to understand, you did all the work. Like, so, you did
very good points, because I go by the saying, and I say that every industry, the foundation is
Don't
business.
shrink back. You know, if anybody's out here, you used to being in a comfort zone. I've been in, that comfort zone. So just always show up. Show up, own your superpower, and just go forward. You never know what's going to be on that other side of your yes. I get my yes. And here I am.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that was powerful. Okay.
Ooh, oh
Just
my
saying. That's good stuff. That's good. So welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much. Who was that lady again? I don't know if that was me or what.
Well, that was you, because you did that. Okay.
Ooh, I'm still getting used to all of that. Yeah. But I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
What you talking about? What you talking about? All that
Oh
stuff.
my God. Ooh. I know. I'm still pinching myself, Miss Barbara.
You are a phenom on the
Thank
platform. But what I want to ask you first is, how did you get started, and what made you want to be a podcaster, show host, that kind of person?
Oh, okay. That's a long story, but I'm gonna try to make it quick. I'm working on that. But so when I got started in business about 20 years ago, a little over 20 years ago, and I started with event productions and actually managing independent music artists on the side. And so going
Wait, hold on.
Just trying to glaze over that?
Yeah, she did. Did you just say her? Did you just see her trying to glaze over that?
Yes,
Event production.
I've managed independent music artists on the side about, over 15, 20 years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
You say it on the side as if.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was,
you know
how you I'm one of those like people that's just multi-passionate, and working full time during that time, and having a full-time business in the event world, and then also I was an aspiring artist like years prior to that, and so I found the love of actually working with other people and helping them succeed as far as in the music industry. And so I started doing it. I was really good with being in the background. So I love that space and being able to push other people forward. And then to fast forward, I launched my business brand, which is SWI Management Group, and going forward in event services and doing major productions and conferences and everything. And the pandemic happened and kind of slowed things down for me. actually shut business down for about 2 years. And so, yeah. So I didn't say I decided to, well, I guess I can, but I got into this mental place, just being pushed back a little bit, but I overcame. And that's when I decided to come out and just embrace the greatness that's always been in me and come out as the face of my brand. And that's how the podcast launched. That's how I became the speaker, as well as actually writing 2 books now. I released 2 books so far, all since December 2021.
The pandemic has pushed a lot of people.
Right. Yeah. And some it pushed backwards, some it pushed forward. But what an amazing thing when it pushes you forward, like when you learn how to pivot.
See, it put me in a cocoon. I was in a cocoon space.
Me too.
Yeah, for those 2 years, I was just like, I didn't even think.
I didn't stay that long.
Oh, you didn't stay that long? Yeah, I did. I was.
But when you were in the cocoon, you were developing your skills, though.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I want to say to the audience. Whatever's happened in your life that puts you in a place of separation, you may need that separation to take you to your next. Mm-hmm. And as in Sasha's case, my case, and Shani's case, if I can speak for Shani, we had a moment where we didn't know where we were or what we were doing or what we wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Because what I've discovered is when you're doing what you love to do, you ain't working. You ain't working. You're getting work in, you're putting work in, but you ain't working. It's not hard. Mm-hmm. And so I love that you said you were in a cocoon. Yeah. Tell us more.
Yeah. So if you know, like when you're in that cocoon state, what's really happening, like that caterpillar body is broken down to mesh. Like there's nothing but just ish, and
I like that.
When it comes out as the butterfly, wings is totally transformed. And that's why I used that cocoon state during those 2 years, because I was working down to mish, and really going through, because I really was throwing in the towel as well. And during that little state, and I was just like, you know what, Sasha, you're not mediocre. I was going to just go ahead and settle. I just go back to work and this and that. And
I did that.
But it just wasn't settling in me to settle.
I know that's right. I'm so glad either. Watch this. Good afternoon, Just Us Media Market. That's LaStacia. LaStacia, I need to talk to you about that marketing stuff, girlfriend. I need you on the show. This is sidebar conversation. I need you on the show. Type in the Facebook chat thing so I can see it that you heard me. We need to get you on the show. I'm gonna tell you how in a few. All right. We're talking to Sasha Walton. What do you got, Shani? I see that smoke coming from your brain. Let's hear it.
Okay, can we rewind back to her just glazing over managing some artists?
Yeah,
because I don't know how you found yourself in this cocoon state when you have so much in you, right? Mm-hmm. I get it. We didn't know what was going on. Things were shut down. What's next? But you had something in you.
Yeah.
You knew you did. You said 20 years ago, you're talking about this?
Mm-hmm.
And you let the sensationalized news sit you down for a second? That's okay. I'm glad you were planning or whatever, but what do you mean you were managing some artists? What genre? Like what type of artist?
It was primarily, when I started out, it was primarily gospel.
Okay.
I managed, some gospel artists. And then I actually opened up to, whomever. It was some rappers and that I've actually managed between the two, rappers and gospel artists. But being an aspiring rapper back in the days myself, it was easy to be able to, navigate through that process.
Did you just glaze over that?
Yeah, but I'm retired, so don't ask me to do that.
After the show, at least. Oh, you're going to spit a bar.
You're going to give up the good. You're going to give up the good.
But giving back to other people and helping them grow, I've always been that type of person that love helping people. So that's what I did. And I had several acts that I worked with over the years off and on, but then I transitioned from management to consulting because it was just easier
so humble.
to consult.
I know.
So humble.
and Lestacey's out there. She said, "Oh wow, I'm also an artist, Neo Soul." She has a www.misunderstood757. I've heard this girl put down some notes, and
Yeah.
she can bobble with you. She can bobble with you. But yeah, so we got Zalika. Zalika, my daughter, not my daughter, but she's daughter, my daughter, is out there. Said, "Hey, Miss Barbara, you see, she's that Facebook user is misunderstood."
Yeah, I've
And
heard of Misunderstood actually.
yeah, how about that?
Yeah, been a few years ago. Yeah.
So she getting some shout out, some marketing info out here on the Barbara H. Smith and Empowering You show with Shani Smith. And while I'm there for one moment, I'm going to take a sidebar. A lot of people have been asking recently if Shani is my daughter. Do I look that old? Anyway,
what did you say? That old? I'm
But you
covering my
know
grades
I'm old.
today, so they shouldn't even know how old I am. I'm just saying. If I back up, do I look younger that way? No. Forward.
But this young lady that's to my, that side, she is actually married to a Smith, and I'm married to a Smith. So that's why our names are Smith and Smith. Has nothing to do with our bloodline, but we are sisters in Christ. So we still sisters. How about that? So having that said that, Sasha,
Yes.
I did not know all this stuff about you. Do you remember where we met?
Yes, I do.
Help remind me. I'm getting old. Remember that part?
So, yes, everybody, this is a good story right here because yes. But we were it was March of 2019, and we were at a women's networking event down at one of the theaters in Hampton. Can't remember the name of it.
Oh yeah, Phoebus.
Yeah, Phoebus. And then we were out in the area sitting over the bar high tables, and we just was networking, and you came over to the table and you started talking and everything. And then let me tell you what Miss Barbara said to me. She said,
I remember this.
"Are you a speaker?" And I said, "No."
Oh, now I do, because what happened after that? Go ahead, you tell the story.
And so I said, "No." And at this time, I'm like, "No, speaking? What?" And she said, "I want to train you." And she gave me her card. Needs to say, I don't even think I even called her.
She threw the card in the trash.
No, I still had the card. I kept the card.
Go get it. Let me see.
Speaker. And I think you had my card and you emailed me. We corresponded a little bit back and forth over email, but at the same time, I was just like, that's not something I want to do. And to fast forward, because I'm in this new state of myself now. And we follow each other on Instagram, and I started seeing Miss Barbara's stuff just come across. I call Miss Barbara because I really honor her for this. And I started seeing her. I started seeing everything come across my timeline. And I'm just like, wow, okay, I'm gonna have to inbox her because I'm gonna let her know. Like, remember me from so many years ago, and you asked to train me, and I was like, and here I am. I'm a speaker now. And I just wanted to reach back out to her because I'm just like, whatever you saw, I'm here.
I saw it.
So thank you.
You're
trying to get. That's it. I would say it's a little emotional because let me get it together.
Deep breath. It's okay. It's okay.
You said I'm not trying
to divine. When it's divine, it brings out all kinds of emotions.
Exactly. You know, when you find yourself in a space that you wasn't trying to go in, and you're here, you know.
But
guess what? He did it to me too. I get it. I was like, what? I'm not coming on every week. I'm not coming on the show every week. What am I going to say?
Right.
What am I going to say?
So I'm so thankful. Thank you.
Listen, it wasn't me.
How I know.
It wasn't me. So it's not a surprise to God. Not a surprise. And I don't know. I didn't even remember that conversation.
Oh, I remember that so well.
He does stuff to us and for us and through us all the time.
Oh, yes.
And we don't ever know whose life we're going to touch. But our job is to be obedient.
Exactly. And it took me this long to be obedient.
And I wasn't in that line either. God was passing out obedience. I wasn't on that line. But I'm learning. I'm getting better.
Oh yeah.
Listening to what he tells me to tell people.
Well,
And I'm
yeah.
not a psychic or a prophet or none of that. But when something is on my heart to say to someone, always encouraging, always uplifting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an exhorter. That's what I do.
And you
Lift
do it
people.
well.
Yes.
That's what I do. That's a gift
Yes.
from God. And so I am ecstatic to see what you saw come into fruition that I saw back then.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
you're a powerhouse. Yeah.
Think that meeting was pre-pandemic.
Yeah, it was pre-pandemic, actually.
So then the pandemic comes around and you're able to speak wherever you want to speak now, because virtual is so a thing now, right?
Oh yeah.
Globally.
Yeah.
Look at that. How
And I'm going global. I went global virtually already, but I'm going to France next month to speak.
yes.
Yeah.
Where are you located so I can know where you can send me my gift, my souvenir?
I'm close.
You gotta bring me back a beret or something.
I think we're all in the same area. Yeah,
And
but
I want to connect you. Don't let me forget. I want to connect you with some young people in Liberia that are looking for speakers. My schedule doesn't permit, but I want to turn some other people onto the African East Coast, West Coast people that are looking for speakers from the United States. And so don't let me forget that after the show. Hang around with me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
She does. Just send me an email. support@barbarahsmith.com. Just send me
Got
an email.
you.
Okay?
Got
You know
you.
it. You have it.
I can't believe you done made me cry. This is the first time I teared up on me.
I want to talk happy things, right? I mean, this is happy, but we're gonna lift up the emotion, right?
Oh,
Talk to
yes.
me about these 2 books. Please tell me what they're doing.
Okay. Whew. Thank
And
you.
what it's about.
Because y'all got me today. And honestly, I've been striving to stay away. I was rewriting stuff out. I was going to say, look, I'm going to put this on Facebook. I could never speak, how much I appreciate you because of this reason right here. But anyway, but for my 2 books, yes. So I'm start with Beyond the Music because you talked about my artists that I manage. So Beyond the Music, I wrote because of my passion with music and working with music artists, but it's an entrepreneurship guide for music artists because they don't consider themselves as entrepreneurs. And so I wrote the book to help shift the mindset of artists to really navigate through this space. Like everyone always teaches on how to navigate the music business, the contracts, how to do, press release, all the stuff, everything. But they don't teach them how you can navigate through the business as an entrepreneur.
Right.
So my thing was, okay, I did management, I did consulting, and then I stepped away for a little bit. So I was like, okay, well, if I go back into the space, I want to go back with a different message. And that's the message that I come with. And so that's why I wrote Beyond the Music. And this is, it's a nice little, well put together. It's a quick read. It's an easy read because I don't believe in writing long books. But as long as they're impactful, that's all that matters. So that was my very first book that I wrote. I released it in May. It is available on Amazon. And then the second book I wrote is actually right here. It is called...
Wait, come on. Hold it. Put it up again.
The Ugly Truth About Entrepreneurship.
Yeah. It's The Ugly Truth About Entrepreneurship, which is also available on Amazon. This one is a little bit more deeper because it's something that as entrepreneurs, we don't talk about our ugly truths. We don't talk about the things that get us to where we are. Just like right now, I just showed the ugly truth online. I'm sitting here all the time. My does not do ugly cry. But
you were so cute. Sorry, but you were so cute.
But those are those transparent places, the vulnerable places, the truthful places of, it's not always about, it's the results that people see that memorize.
Say that part right there.
Yeah,
the nights that we stood up crying because the money is longer than the month. You don't see the days that we lose sleep because the event is going slow and people are not signing up. You don't see all that.
You don't. You don't. And then, so I wrapped that up. My story, my pandemic story is in this book, along with the keys that I walked away with, with understanding my capacity, not working outside of a glass that's half full. Like we will work ourselves and be everything to everybody, and we're never given of the overflow. So, knowing that capacity. And these are the
Flag on play. Stop.
Okay.
Stop. I'm gonna stop letting you glaze over some really good things here. Okay? Because people always say you can't pour from an empty cup when we're supposed to be giving from the overflow. We forget about that part.
Yeah, I'm a
normally I would say rewind that, but I think you might try to glaze over it again. I'm not gonna let you.
Well, I'm sure if I can. Yeah, you know, we always want to give out an overflow. So one big example of when I was in this space, you know, one of the things I also did was help other businesses develop other businesses and help manage their process. And I consulted a lot of people before I even called myself a strategist. And so I had people coming to me during that time when I was just trying to show up for myself. You know, being in that state of where I didn't really acknowledge everything at that time. But when I look back, I saw where I was like functionally depressed, you know, showing up, being there. But when people would call me, hey, Sasha, I need you to help me with this. And can you help me? I'm like, I don't have the capacity for this right now, because the only thing I could do.
You said that, Sasha. You said it. When a lot of us as entrepreneurs, when other people infringe on our time and our space and our capacity, we say, okay.
Yeah.
And we don't have it for ourselves, but we're pouring it out to others. That's crucial that you recognize that. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, so that's how, you know, and in that point, that's how we're giving. You know, a lot of times if we're still not there, we're still giving, we're not giving of the overflow. We're giving out of our flow and we empty ourselves. I was already empty. I couldn't show up as my best version for them. I was trying to stay the best version for my own self. You know, so it was just like those type of things, finding confidence in my voice of saying no, like, and being okay with it, you know. So it's just like, these are the things that I came out with, because, you know, I'm the recovering superwoman, you know, just being everything to everybody, you know. Let's have the AA meeting for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm the recovering superwoman. And I'm just like, coming out of that space, I felt like I was energized in a way inwardly, you know, and it's still going into everything. But I know my limits. I know not to work over my limits anymore. And self-care was evident, you know, it still is now, but even more so then, because I had needed outlets. I needed to stay out of my own head.
So why are you not at the Sisters Empower Sisters to Advance retreat that's coming up in 9, 10, 11, and 12? We'll talk to you about that after. I got to stop you right there. The show is halfway over already. Can you believe it?
Oh my God.
We got some shout outs out there. Hey, Carl, I'm so glad he's out there. He's out there. The station's out there. www.misunderstood757.com is out there. Listen, I am loving all of the banter and chatter out there. Sasha, we need your website. I know you said you're still working on it. Yes, we need your website.
Oh, it's ready now.
Okay, www.swimgtgroup.com. Tell us again what it is.
So www.swimgtgroup.com. All my socials are connected. You can find me on that too.
Awesome. We are so grateful for all the people out there. We are going to definitely get you back on the show to complete your story, because you have so much depth. You have so much to offer. We are going to connect with you on another level to help bring your business even more business than before. This platform is showing on Pod TV over Amazon Fire, Roku, and Vimeo to over 200 countries. Right. So you're getting exposure, whether you know it or not just on your show, but start showing up on other people's pages and stages. We're talking to the lovely Sasha.
I mean, she just has. I think you were about to drop a bar on us when you hit us with that. You're recovering superwoman. Don't think you might as well start working on it now, because I'm going to ask you at the end of the show later. Okay.
Recovering superwoman. Don't go away. We'll have another guest. Sasha's going to be back on the show at another time. Don't miss out. We'll see you after the break.
I can't wait to talk to you, Sasha.
I am a child of the Most High God. He has gifted me in ways that I could not even imagine and didn't know.
was a time when I didn't know who I was. I listened to other people tell me who I should be, what I should do. I listened to people telling me that I should be a boutique owner, that I should be a construction manager, that I should be a laborer. Have you ever felt like you should do something else, be something else, go somewhere else, be wherever you wanted to be, and you felt like you were in a box? Anybody in the room? And you couldn't get out? Anybody in the room? And you kept trying to go and you couldn't get out? Anybody in the room? But let me tell you, you need to rock the box. Rock the box.
I am engaging, inspiring, and empowering. I would give you everything I know. Just by touching you, if I could, by osmosis, give you every single thing I've learned, I've gone through, I know I would. We know that's not possible, but as it is possible, I love to share information with people.
Some of you out there, people have told you that you can't be, you can't have, you can't do. But I will tell you, like Kingston said, you can, you must, and you will. If it's to be, it's going to be me. You got to say it. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be.
Barbara is because she believed what her mama said about her and not what other people told her.
Every day you wake up, when you're in a situation, it's your choice whether it's an advantage or the disadvantage.
She gained her confidence and her life, and now she is a testimony.
If I can help you elevate yourself, then I feel like I'm elevating my own self as well. What you know and I know together can change the world.
The only trick you need to save time and money is to shop at Aldi. Aldi. Shop differently. Limitless length plus volume. Sensational from every angle. New Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. Only from Maybelline, New York. Everything that touches your baby should be this comforting. Pampers Swaddlers. The #1 choice of hospitals is 2 times softer. All right, Trivago. Find me a hotel somewhere in Thailand where I can wake up with a view of the ocean. Awesome. The future. It's impossible to see. And when it's finally here, it might not be what you'd expect. It might just be better. Introducing Luxury Electric. Introducing Lucid Air. We're for those who love to discover, who don't need to travel to find something new, and who know when you spend less, you can discover even more at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Smooth, velvety chocolate wrapped in precious gold. Ferrero Rocher.
Stop. I've heard most of those commercials before.
Karen Bradford is on our show. She is a budding entrepreneur. She has recently thrown her hat in the ring as a voice actor. Oh my God. Her vocal performance is cheery to sultry.
I was going to say, so sexy there. That
sexy, smooth, energetic, corporate friendly. You can hear the smile in her voice. And she narrated several books, including Barbara H. Smith's Speak, Coach, Train, Strategies to Discover Your Passion. So the voice behind my audiobook is sitting in front of you right now. Her voice can be heard on television and radio all around the country in English and in Spanish, including ads for BarkBox, Fuel Up to Play 60. Karen uses her voice and video editing skills to create book trailer videos and help authors promote and launch their books. Karen is also dedicated to honing her craft, expanding her skills, and becoming the best voice artist she can be. Help me welcome to the stage and the show, Karen Bradford. Oh,
thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here. It's wonderful. Thank you.
So, Shani.
Wait, so when you just said thank you, I heard another commercial that fast. Like, oh my goodness, that was. So, I'm waiting for you to be a character now on a movie.
Yeah,
you're totally going to be somebody's character on some Disney, Pixar, something. All right, we're putting that out there. Okay, you hear that, guy?
I love that. That is my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to be Disney, Pixar, whatever, a character from something, on something.
Okay. So you definitely have that kind of voice where people have to tell you all the time, you should speak for something, right? Is that how this whole thing happened? I need to know, because I would hear you talk and be like, you should be in commercials. Is that how this came about?
I was working at the Ohio State House at the television station, and I was doing broadcast traffic, which is putting videos on the air, moving back and forth with the video from live TV to recorded. And my boss there was like, one day he just came up to me and said, hey, we have these, they're called interstitials. So they're not commercials, but they're little snippets of like historical things or promos for things that are coming up at and around the State House. And he said, would you like to do one? And I said, yeah, I would love to. I would love to give it a try. And before then, I'd always loved audiobooks. Audiobooks are so wonderful. You just put them on. You can work around the house. At the time, I was doing a job where I did data entry. So I was doing my data entry and listening to these books and loving it, and just hearing the people speak and the characters that people are able to produce. And one person sounds completely different from a different character. And it was amazing. And I loved it. So when he offered this to me, I was like, yeah, this will be wonderful. I would love to give it a try. And from the first one I did, I was hooked. I was like, this is great. This is wonderful. And with each one, I just loved it even more. In 2019, I moved on from that job. And then in 2021, I started with a voice coach. So I got coaching to learn how to do voice acting. And from February of 2021, I was learning the craft. My coach was teaching me things. He was bringing in information. I was, learning and practicing. Mm-hmm. And then in December of 2021, I started auditioning for myself. So giving it a go on my own. And that's how I got here.
Wow. And then I was looking for somebody to voice over, and happened to run into Karen Bradford. What was amazing was her professionalism and the easygoing manner with which somebody who is new to audiobooks didn't know how to do. And it's been an amazing journey to have met her. And then I went to Barnes and Noble to promote the book and the audiobook, and a woman walks in and says, I'm Karen Bradford's aunt. I was like, what? She said, yeah, she told me. She lived in Hampton.
Yes.
Juanita McWhite is out there, and she is giving you kudos and applause, says you're so awesome. And there's a Facebook user out there says audiobooks are good. Yes, they're wonderful, especially if you have dyslexia. And that is true. That is very, very true. So I always wondered how people with dyslexia manage to read books when things get turned around. And you just answered my question, Facebook user. I appreciate you being out there to help us with that. Mm-hmm. What a wonderful world we live in when we meet people by happenstance.
Yes.
Their families are right here beside us. Shani's nodding her head. She loves audiobooks too. Talk some, Shani, about what you want to think.
Love them. So here's the thing. I love them, but I always have to listen to the sample first, because no matter what the content is, I know that I will be totally lost if the voice isn't right. So when I heard the sample of yours, I was like, yes, this is going to be it. This is going to be the one, But it just really makes it come alive, the pitches, and it just wasn't monotone. It was really, really good. So I'm just saying. I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan of the book. But honestly, I would not have listened to it. I mean, I would be just fine with the fact that I read it. I would not have listened to it had your voice not been so engaging. So that was awesome.
Thank you. Well, the content is so inspiring and motivating. That definitely helps, because you just want people to feel the excitement, the love, the encouragement that's in the book, and that helped me push that out there.
Well, great. Juanita loves audiobooks, especially on long road trips. Thanks for that, Juanita. I never thought of that. I normally listen to music on long road trips, but you gave me something to think about. There's a good question out there. We're going to ask you now. How does someone begin a career in voice acting?
The best way is to start with a voice coach. I think there are so many things that I didn't know coming into it, that if you don't have someone to guide you, you look unprofessional. And you look like you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to set things up. An example is like a 30-second commercial. You want to make sure that it's like a little bit short of that 30 seconds. And I feel like people who, if I wouldn't have known that, I would have not paid attention to that rule. So I would have gone over or super under and been like, here you go. And in the world where they need it to be the specific time, that wouldn't have flown. They would have been like, well, you tried, but no, that doesn't work. So coaching is the best place to start, because they have all that knowledge, they have all the experience, they can give you resources where you can reach out to. My voice coach, Ron Allen, he's got big voice productions. He is just 30 years in the business, knows so many people, has so many experiences, worked at different radio stations. It's a wealth of knowledge right there in your hands. And
I want to shout out some people. Charity Kaluki is out of Africa. Hi, Charity. Thanks for stopping by. Tell your friends, like it, share it, post it, get the notification on YouTube. Kimberly Holiday's out there. Hey, Kimberly, how are you doing? Deidre Williams Sanderlin is out there. Thank you so much for showing up. I want to piggyback off that conversation about getting a voiceover coach, because I have a commanding voice, but I can't do the voiceover right now. Why would that be? Why would I say that? You have to have something called the right equipment.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Though I have a very calming voice when I'm not screaming like I just was, though I have a very commanding voice, if you don't have the right equipment, your audiobook sounds, again, unprofessional. That's why I sought out Karen Bradford, because I needed someone who not only had the voice, but also had the equipment to handle the voiceover. Audible will kick your stuff out. If you're doing your audio book through Audible, it will kick your stuff out if it's not professional, because they got a name to uphold, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Certain audio standards you have to meet.
And I didn't have that studio in my closet. So you came out of the closet.
Yes.
So I mean, it's the same across really any industry. Anything you want to do, you want to get a coach, because success leaves clues. Now imagine where you would be today had you not had a coach. How long would it have taken you? How many mistakes would you have had to make before you even came close to knowing half of what you know now?
Exactly. I would still be at the starting block, just trying to figure things out little by little.
Still talking about I want to do an audiobook one day.
Exactly.
Let me Google that. No. You found somebody who has 30 years of experience who can show you this is what you need to do.
Yes.
That's why it's so important.
Yes.
Take you by the hand. Jacqueline Simmons says, great job. Do you know Jacqueline Simmons?
Yes, that is my aunt. Another aunt.
Thank you, Auntie, for supporting. We appreciate you, Jacqueline Simmons. Yes. So Shani, you started saying something about coaching. I know you were going somewhere with that. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
No, I'll let you pick it up, Coach.
Shani said, in anything, in any industry that you want to be the best of the best. That's the thing right there. Let's pause, put a pin there. Karen wanted to be and still wants to be and is getting there, best of the best. Did you hear those commercials that she's already on? Stop it.
Yes, I definitely heard the Trivago more than once. Okay.
And those are reels. Reels are something that you play for your prospective client so that they can get a feel and a taste and a hear, in your case, an audio of what you can produce.
Right.
And it's not just reading a script, which many people think, including I did at first when I first tried to try out for audiobooks. But it's not just reading a script, but it is acting.
Yes. Yes.
Talk to me about that.
There are certain elements you need to bring in. So taking an acting class is definitely beneficial. And before I started voice acting, I was taking some acting classes, and to engage the audience, to connect with them, to bring the right character in, you have to have some acting skills. You have to forget about who you are and look at the script, the copy that they've given you, and imagine a character and present that script as that character. So you may have a commercial for Home Depot. In Home Depot, you put your mind in the frame of, I'm going to be somebody who wants to get something done around the house. I'm going to, what does that entail? I want to be determined. I'm somebody who likes to work with my hands. You have to imagine a character and then use that character to read through the script, to give it that life, to give it that personality. So bring in your acting skills, definitely have to bring in your acting skills.
That's so critical. The thing that's interesting about Karen that many of you may not know is that she's a mom. And so she gets to work from home with her little 20-month old.
Yes.
So what a perfect job to have when you need to stay home. You need to stay home.
Yes.
How did that work out for you? How does that work for you?
It's wonderful. I have in my bedroom closet, I've taken out everything. I put up my acoustic foam. I have a shelf in there with my equipment. And whenever my son is asleep, that's my time to go into the studio and record and practice. And it's a small closet. So I spend not a lot of time in there because it gets very hot. So I'm in there, I record, I come out and edit. And it makes it so easy because we're at home together. I don't have to worry about a babysitter. I can do it whenever I need to. Most of the time, I'll do it during his naps or at night when he goes to bed. So sometimes I'm up until, 3 or 4 in the morning working, but it works out. It works out. It's great to be at home. It's easy. There's no pressure. It's wonderful.
That's amazing. And Shani's shaking her head. What?
Because this is something that is effortless for you. Like, I'm always jealous of people who can sing really well and who can dance really well. Like, this is just that thing you have. This is your voice.
Yes.
You've been speaking since, I'm not going to put an age on you, but we're going to say you've been speaking for a while.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And this is just natural. You've taken that and you said, let me do what I need to do to perfect this and really use my gift, something that most people would take for granted.
Yeah.
If you can sing, if you can dance, but
you're
speaking. And then when you think about it, since Barbara pulled that out too, that acting, you are truly an actress at that, so you can actually take this somewhere else. It's just amazing that you've been able to turn your gift into a business and really give your gift and share it with others and turn it into a gift for them. Because for people who don't have time to read and want to know the content, some people who can't read but want to know the content, like, you've solved the problem.
Yeah.
And that's when you can do that, you have a business.
Yes.
I got somebody out there that's asking a question. I need a coach, but the expense can be a bit much for someone on a strict budget. What can I do while I save to invest in myself? Anybody on the planet want to answer that?
That's one of the things that I was worried about, not having enough money for coaching. But there are coaches like my coach. My coach was willing to work with me and he worked it in with the budget that I had. He was willing to work with me, which was wonderful. There you can practice. So if there's a website, I believe it's called Edge Studio.
Mm-hmm.
There are scripts that they have, different commercial scripts or audiobook scripts. You can take those and just practice and reading them out loud. So I think one of the main things is just reading out loud. Sometimes you don't realize how much you might get tripped up or the words might not flow, but doing that practice, just practice reading out loud, watching TV commercials and hearing how they sound and what they do and how they inflect or how they, the acting that they bring in.
Mm-hmm.
You could also just, I think that practice, pay attention to TV commercials, radio ads. Those are two main things that somebody could do before they start coaching.
I'm gonna add a third one to yours.
Okay.
The listening and putting out your words and putting your words together, but recording yourself and playing it back so that you can hear how you sound, because our voices inside of our head when we speak are different than the voices that other people hear.
Yes.
And so when we hear our voices, we say, oh, a lot of times we say, oh, but
I like the way I sound.
What you're listening for are those ums and ahs and pauses and things that you don't even understand that you're doing.
Yes.
As a speaker coach, that's what I tell clients who maybe have a budget constraint. Listen to yourself and then perfect that. What you're hearing, perfect that before you can go into a coaching situation where you have to expend money.
Yes.
And then just take a step with faith that the next step will come.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Write it down. Make it clear. Yeah. What are your intentions? What are your expectations to happen?
Yeah. I got another question out here. Can you give the website of Big Voices Entertainment?
I believe it's bigvoice.com. Bigvoiceproductions.com, I believe.
Bigvoiceproductions.com.
Yes.
And then taking advantage of these as well as TED Talks. Yes. Even Empowering You shows. Listen to that. Thanks so much for that plug. I appreciate it. We appreciate that. Ida Hardy's out there. Hey, Ida. And so is Shannon Bay. These are my homegirls from Spring Valley, New York, where I'm from. So grateful you guys are out there. Thanks so much for stopping by. Make sure you like, share, click the notification bell.
Yes.
We're talking to Karen. Sorry. Talking to Karen Bradford today.
Is somebody else here with us? So we have a question out there, Karen. So speaking on the editing side, do you have any suggestions about what kind of audio equipment is recommended?
Yeah.
For both types, low budget, and then when you're ready to go to the next level.
I have only used Adobe Audition, and there is a monthly payment that I use with that one, but I believe there's like a GarageBand, which comes with like Max, which is free. I haven't edited much on that one. I've only used Audition. But the more you edit, the more you practice, the faster you get. I am probably a medium to slow editor with like audiobooks. For every hour that you record, for every finished hour, on the backside, it takes 3 to 4 hours of work. So that's work of recording, that's editing, that's going through, listening, fixing any mistakes that you made and re-recording. So it's not just, for me, at least, maybe there's somebody out there who can just, read it out and be perfect the first time. But for me, it takes me closer to 4 hours for every hour, clean it up, edit it out, re-record.
So see, a novice like me would think that if you messed up, you had to do that whole section over again. Not the case. Obviously.
Not the case.
That's
I usually start with the sentence. Like if I mess up somewhere in the middle, I'll start over at the beginning of the sentence or where you take a pause. where you know you have a clear break that you can pick it up again.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Sheila is out there. That girl done changed her name. She probably doing some stuff she ain't got no business at work. That's what she doing. Sheila, hey Sheila, so glad you're out there with your comments. I appreciate you being out there. Producer says he did some editing work for a realtor friend, and she's right. It's not a short process. As
I would have never
Martha
guessed.
definitely knows. Editing of any sort. That's why people get paid a lot of money to do editing, because it's not an easy task, and you have to have a certain certain skill set. Sheila said, "Be quiet."
So, Karen, tell me, what is your biggest goal or dream as far as voiceovers go? Like, what do you really aspire to do? What's next year look like?
The next year, I would love to double what I've done this year. So take everything that I've done and just boost it up, learn more, produce more, do more. And ultimately, I would love to be on a Disney, a Pixar, to have a voiceover role somewhere there. That to be a character on one of those movies. That's my ultimate goal.
Okay, so here's what we do on the Empowering You show, because it's empowering for a reason. We're getting ready to put this in the atmosphere. We're not saying that's what I would like to do. I am a voiceover artist.
A voiceover artist
for Pixar and Disney.
Ooh, for Pixar and Disney. I love that. I love that.
We love you being out there. Thank you so much, everybody, for being out there on the show. Sheila, thank you so much for being out there and praying for Disney. Juanita McWhite's out there. Thank you so much. Salika, thank you for being out there. My girls are out there. And my guy, Carl Owen Canacosa, our virtual assistant from the Philippines. Thank you so much, all of you, for being out there. I missed you. Misunderstood. Don't forget, call me. Call me. Our people will call your people. Listen, it's been a great time. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much for having me here. This is an honor. I appreciate being here. Thank you.
Tell us, even though we see it, how do we get in touch with Karen Bradford?
www.bradfordcreativemedia.com. It's coming. It's almost finished. It's under construction, but email bradfordcreativemedia@gmail.com.
We appreciate you so much.
Yes,
thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
She has a phenomenal voice. That's what we do at the Empowering Show. That's all the time we have. Shani, you got last outtake.
I want to say you saw two powerful women, right, today? I'm sorry, 4, but new ones, 2 more new ones, right? Connect with them. It's possible. They've both taken something that they had within them already to make other people's light shine. I'm just saying, do that.
We got some other women that we're going to meet very soon. Where are they going to be, Shani?
They are going to be in Virginia Beach, October 9th. 10th, 11th, and 12th with me. Can't wait. Just saying. Sisters Empower Sisters to Advance Executive Women's Retreat. Don't miss.
2 seats left. 2. 1.
Miss.
2 and 2. 2 seats left. You don't want to miss all of this power coming to you live on the Virginia Beach oceanfront. Sasha is going to be there. We're back with Sasha. We had the most phenomenal time with you, Sasha. You and Karen both for being on the show. Did you want to give one last shout out, something you wanted to say, Karen, Sasha, before we leave? And Karen, I'm going to give you an opportunity. We got about 1 minute.
I would just say to everybody, whatever you got going on in life, just make sure you show up. Don't shrink back. Don't hold yourself back. Don't delay it. And just follow me, Instagram, that girl Sash, SACH. That's it.
Awesome. Karen.
Like Sasha said, just go after your dreams. Go after
your dream. Shani, one last thing.
If you can see it, you can be it. How about that? That's cliche, right? But it's so true.
How about that?
It's so true.
You know what time it is? It's time for you to step into your greatness, because the world is waiting for you. That's our time. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Thank you.
both drop the mic on this.
This was awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've got to go get my babysitter so she can get back to work. Thank you.
Engage, inspire, empower. That's what I help you do as a celebrity, speaker, trainer, and coach. Hi, I'm Barbara H. Smith, known as the Masterful Presenter. I am the one that can help you dig deep inside your passions and deep inside your life to get you to the place you always dreamed.
I had the pleasure of hearing Miss Barbara Holmes Smith speak today, and just from her speaking to me today, I have realized that I need to have personalize my alter ego and be able to put myself out there a lot more.
I help through speaking techniques, teaching you how to use your words and your body language to inspire people to come up higher.
Today's presentation with Ms. Barbara was just outstanding. She has really helped me with her personality, with her being so genuine and passionate about what she believes in and helping to coach, train. Her sense of humor, her energy is just incredible.
How do I do that? By coaching and speaking and training. I help you with whatever it is that you want to do next. What is your next? Are you ready to take your life, your career to the next level? I can get you there. Contact me at www.barbarahsmith.com.